Hey guys, so we wanted to do a follow-up video. So in our first video that we did with the tent here, we were at Glenworth Valley for the weekend and it was really hot.
Stinking hot. It could have been like 42 degrees. It was epic. It was hectic.
It was super hot inside the tent. So as I think we were saying, so this thing is one piece, which is really great. But because it's one piece, if it's in direct sunlight, it heats up like nothing else.
And that is hard for babies to sleep in.
Yes.
Very difficult.
It was.
In fact, they didn't sleep.
Yeah. It was a little bit of a rough weekend from that perspective.
It was.
So we were really keen to get our hands on one of these roof sheets because apparently it's supposed to drop the temperature inside the tent by at least 6 degrees.
Amazing.
Or around 6 degrees is what they say.
Yeah.
So it was really hard to get a hold of one of these things. I think we ended up getting the last one in Australia, but thankfully we did.
We did.
So really excited to just jump on and give you a quick rundown of how it works. So I was a bit skeptical at the beginning.
Yeah.
When we first put it on, we've had some pretty warm days here. It's probably been mid-20s, but with direct sunlight in the campground.
We're at Crescent Head at the moment in, April?
Yeah. So pretty warm through the middle of the day, and so when I put it on, I left it a couple of hours and went in there, and it was still pretty warm in there. I thought, oh, maybe this is not going to be as good as what I really hoped it would be. But thankfully, it's been awesome.
It's been great. Ari has had two very good snoozes.
Yep.
Like 2-hour snoozes. That's epic for him.
Yeah.
So good.
So it's made a big difference, particularly with the kids in the middle of the day having sleeps. It's just so much easier to walk into the tent. So it's made a really big difference. I wouldn't mind at one stage maybe getting some pre and post measures to see how many degrees it actually does it, but I'd be surprised if it wasn't at least 6 degrees, if not more.
It could be. Yeah.
So
and depending how you zip up the tent, I think that makes a difference as well.
Yeah.
And what panels are showing the sun.
Yep, absolutely. So when I first put this thing on, I assumed that Aero TXL Pro roof cover logo would go at the front of the tent. Turns out it goes at the back of the tent, and I couldn't for the life of me work out why it wasn't lining up. And for a moment I thought I might have been given the wrong one, or that the one we got wasn't compatible or something like that. But I worked out it went at the back, and that was fine. So helpful tip if you're setting it up for the first time when you get one, logo at the back. So the roof sheet clips on with the little clips here, just on the yellow tabs. So pretty easy to work out, and they all line up. Again, in theory, if you put it in the right place. Underneath is a really reflective material. Again, I was a little bit skeptical of this because I figured surely if you want to reflect the sunlight, you would put the reflective material on the other side, not the dark heat absorbing material. But again, however, it seems to work, so it's all good. So, as a side note, another one of the things that we really wanted to get with the tent, but couldn't justify it in the budget just yet, was one of the Aero shelters, or the Aero base. The Aero base 4 is the same material as that and connects onto the front. So we thought that would be really cool to have like the big sort of extended front space for the boys to run around in. But we managed to convince one of our friends to buy one. They bought an Aero base 3, so with the green lighter material, but really cool to see how big it was and how it blows up and everything like that. So I think that might be in the future. We'll see how we go.